Comparative education and policy makers. Now let us look more closely at the interest that policy makers have in comparative education. So comparative education is of interest to national policy makers. So national policy makers, that is your government, it would be interested to draw comparisons because they need to see which model works and which policies should they implement in their countries. वो models, वो different regions of the same they can draw from the different regions of one country, their own country, or they can draw these comparative lessons from looking at other countries also. However, one has to be very careful that when policy makers are making comparisons, there can be a bias in the choice. This bias can be in the choice of the language that a certain country speaks. So English-speaking country usually will sort of turn to अगर यूरोपियन उसमें है तो आपको वो उन्हीं कंट्रीज़ को देखेगी जिनकी लैंग्वेज वो समझते हैं और उसी रीजन की लोगों को ही वो ज़्यादा देखना चाहेंगे. Similarly, always remember, think of the political linkages. So if the models that will be brought into your country will be the models of countries where international linkages are there between the countries and they're on friendly terms. So you would be a little hesitant at government level at least to bring in something from India. Although आपका, this is just an example, although आपका context मिलता होगा, लेकिन आप कम से कम government level पे इसको, you can't just announce it and bring it that we are bringing in model from there. Again, political linkages की अगर US की बात करें तो US will never borrow a model from USSR, for instance. And then also think of political hierarchy. So developing countries, no matter उनका अगर कोई issues ऐसे education में हो जिसका जवाब developed countries में की education में हो and they can get interesting answers from there, they will never look upon the developed countries to draw models from there. And then, of course, the policy makers are also there at an international level. When we talk about international level policy makers, jiska Millennium Development Goals is one sort of an idea that has riveted in the world, और किस तरह से सारी दुनिया के मुल्कों ने उसको follow करने की कोशिश की, and there was constant accountability, constant human development indicators आपके बने, constant there was this thing, comparisons के हमने goals achieve किए हैं कि नहीं किए, और अब हम post 2015 की बात कर रहे हैं. तो international agencies जो भी होती हैं, they have a profound sort of interest in comparative education. They want to see what is working, what is not working, and they're even more interested in it now because they have come to realize that in a globalized world, एक मुल्क के issues will sort of spill over to the issues of to another country, and it will sort of affect the equilibrium of all the world. So यहाँ पे एग्जाम्पल हम सिर्फ यूनेस्को की ले रहे हैं, बट यूनेस्को इज नॉट द ओनली इंटरनेशनल एजेंसी और द पॉलिसी मेकर इंटरेस्टेड इन सॉर्ट ऑफ एजुकेशन. सो यूनेस्को आपका 1945 से पोस्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर से इंटरेस्टेड इन प्रमोटिंग पीस, रियलाइजेस पीस माइट कम ओनली थ्रू एजुकेशन. So they are interested in education because they want to change the mindsets of people, and that can come through proper education. So they have their global networks, पता नहीं 144 या कितने इनके networks हैं across the world, different types of organizations looking at different systems. So education is also one of the core areas it is looking at, and very interested to draw attention to. Within education, they are concentrated more on focusing on education quality. Education quality के issues UNESCO बहुत उठाती है. So what quality of education should be there, और ये कैसे एग्जाम्पल्स हम ले सकते हैं एंड के एजुकेशन जो हो बेहतरीन तरीके से हो, लेकिन वो क्वालिटी को डिफाइन करते हैं ऐसी एजुकेशन दैट कैन लीड पीपल टुवर्ड्स लाइफ लॉन्ग लर्निंग. सो वहीं पे ख़त्म ना हो जाए बल्कि बच्चों को आगे तक लेके जाए या अडल्ट्स को आगे तक लेके जाए. They are also focused on empowering people through creativity. So creativity has to do with unleashing of your potential. So ऐसी education हो जो कि आपका सिर्फ ये ना हो कि बच्चे सिर्फ जो आपने दिया उसको याद करके रिप्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं, जिसको हम अपनी जुबान में रट्टा सिस्टम या रोट लर्निंग कहते हैं, बल्कि they are able to do something with it creatively and actually engage with knowledge and sort of be empowered. And they are also interested in the aspect of responsible citizenship within education, because they realize that it is important to give citizenship values to people, and that can be given within education. So UNESCO is interested, of course, what will post 15 आपके agendas में interested है, and it always takes sort of countries as unit of analysis. So it is not interested in छोटे level के district level या school level के analysis में. It always takes country as a unit of analysis. So अगेन जैसे हमने पहले बात की थी, इसका इंटरेस्ट जो है वो ज्यादा आउटकम्स में है. सो इट इज लेस इंटरेस्टेड इन व्हाट इज गोइंग ऑन विद इन एजुकेशन, पेडागॉजी कैसे हो रही है और किस तरह हो रहा है, और ये लेकिन इट इज मोर इंटरेस्टेड इन गेजिंग द आउटकम्स ऑफ एजुकेशन. और इसी तरह की मैंने जैसे आपसे अभी जिक्र किया, ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट इंडिकेटर्स वगैरह यूनेस्को के तो नहीं हैं, यूनाइटेड नेशंस के हैं, लेकिन दीज आर ऑल्सो, और एजुकेशन फॉर ऑल, दीज आर ऑल्सो स्टेप्स टेकन बाय अदर पॉलिसी मेकर्स, इंटरनेशनल पॉलिसी मेकर्स, जिनका इन्फ्लुएंस हम सारी जगह देखते हैं वर्ल्ड में, और जो इंटरेस्टेड हैं बहुत ज़्यादा कंपैरेटिव एजुकेशन में. वो इसलिए इंटरेस्टेड हैं कि अनलेस दे ड्रॉ द comparisons, they don't know where they stand. Unless they know which things are working and which are not, they can't actually make any policies.